All right, hi guys. Thanks for joining us again. I'm Matt from Business Plus. This is our fourth chat, and today we are going to be focusing on Enrich, a very important and broad part of Business Plus that is super, super important. These chats are, of course, trying to help you understand a little bit more how to get started in Business Plus. To answer that question, where to from here? And I have some fantastic guests here who I'll get to in a second that will help you understand it a bit and understand what kind of activities are out there for you to get involved with. So what is Enrich? Enrich is all about building your profile and experiences to pad out your resume and create a story and a narrative that connects with your professional and personal identity, that makes you stand out, but also about helping you enjoy university a bit more, because we know it's a long 3 or 4 years. And enjoying that and taking advantage of some of these activities goes a long way to making it a really positive experience, rather than just spending it all studying. So Griffith has tons of extracurricular, or what we call co-curricular activities, and programs and clubs on offer for free for you to join. And we encourage you guys to get involved with as many as you can. But for the program of Business Plus, you only need to do 5, which could be as simple as 5 activities. It doesn't have to be joining 5 clubs. We'll go through a few of those, but really we encourage you guys to get as involved as you can within the capacity you have. We know that people have busy lives, kids, work, social lives, but some of these things really don't take up much time, especially when you spread it across your degree. And they do really genuinely have an impact in your employability and getting that dream job, as we will soon find out. So how does it work? Just as with all of the other elements of Business Plus, you complete an activity, which might be joining a club, going to a professional development event. You provide some evidence, which might be an email or a confirmation of registration where you went. You upload that and write a few sentences about how that's enriching your or improving your student experience. You save it to Business Plus in your workbook, and then you're done. Once you have 5, you're absolutely done with Enrich and you can move on. Although, as you'll see with Wilma, one of our ambassadors here today, you can do much, much more if you wish. So the big thing with this is also to have fun. Enrich is all about having fun and improving your student experience. So today I have with me Joanne Faircloth, one of our student development coordinators and the facilitator, the manager, the guru of our very famous 10-year student development leadership program. And we also have Wilma Brand, one of our undergraduate students getting to the end of their degree, also a Business Plus ambassador, as you'll see by her shirt, and many, many more things as well. So I will cut the slides and get into some questions. Want to have a quick chat with these guys and get their thoughts around Enrich from where they come from. So Joe, I'll start with you. Before we get into the what, let's start with the why. Why should students get involved with these extracurriculars while they're here?
Yeah, that is a great question. And I know in your introduction, you actually said university can be a long time, but if you actually look at it, 3 to 4 years isn't that long. It's actually a very short time that you're at university over the length of your career. That's what I'm looking at. So why you should be involved is why not? That's what I'm going to say. University is about getting out there, exploring, having fun, finding out new skills, new adventures. And I love this analogy that it's basically co-curricular is like going to a buffet and then you get to have the dessert bar. Co-curricular and extracurricular programs are your dessert bar. It's where you can have some fun, try a heap of different things and find out what you like. So that's why I would say why get involved.
And as always, I mean, with any good buffet, most of the time you're talking about the dessert after anyway. So it can
Absolutely.
be even better than the main course. So how do these kind of activities, these things that we can get involved with, contribute to students' employability? How will it help them in their career? Because that's really the point of Business
Yep.
Plus.
Absolutely. How it will help is you're at Griffith University, you're doing an amazing degree. That's perfect. But employers are looking for that extra. Everyone knows that. They're looking for the extra. Now, the AAGE, which is the Australian, it's the Australian Association of Graduate Employers, I got it in the end, just released their 2021 survey. And the top 3 things that employers are looking for is communication, interpersonal skills, and teamwork. Now, again, you're going to get a great degree at Griffith, but here's the complementary skills that you need. So all the extracurricular and co-curricular programs and activities that Griffith Business School has on offer helps build those, especially those 3 skills for you. And it's what employers are looking for. So that's how it will help your employability.
Right. So from running the very successful leadership program, which again, congratulations, just went 10 years.
Yeah.
Give us 3 activities or enrichment opportunities students can take part in. Maybe leave the leadership program out because that's an obvious one. 3 more that get involved in.
Yeah, well, leadership is a big thing. So leadership, if you do something that has leadership in it, whether it be, yes, the leadership program or student clubs is a fantastic one to look at, because if you're getting involved with student clubs, I know sometimes it could look a bit scary, but if you go along to a few events, meet the current executives, have a look at what they're doing, and then I guarantee you will say, I could step into a role like that. And it's giving you the skills. So joining a student club, going to the events is the first one. The second one would be then, after a while, maybe looking to step up onto the executive committee and getting that more leadership role. It will build your communication, your interpersonal skills, and your teamwork. Again, those 3 big skills that they're looking for. And of course, everything in Business Plus, you have the recipe in front of you guys to get the recipe for success. So getting all those little bubbles in Business Plus is absolutely great.
Great. So you've seen a lot of really successful students come through here, through your program, through the business school, and go on and do amazing things now. So what's the biggest difference that you've seen from those students in terms of when they leave and their outcomes versus the ones that perhaps just focus on the academic and getting the degree?
Yeah, again, it's sort of that once you leave and you're going through like the interview process with employers, you need something to talk about. Like, again, you're doing a degree, you can talk about what you've done in your degree, but you also need multiple examples which you can talk about. So they're going to ask about, like, how do you work in a team? Well, I did a group assignment in, bloody blah course. That's great. But also you can be like, well, I also did teamwork in my student club. We did an absolutely fantastic industry night. So the students that are getting involved in extracurricular and co-curricular activities have many, many more examples and a wide breadth of experiences they can draw on in those interviews with employers. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking at your resumes, looking for what else you guys are doing. So if they find something, they'll ask you about it in an interview, and then away you go, and it will just be, that's what I see. It's much, much better. What I've seen from the students, what they're being asked in interviews is picking out the different things each student is doing. So yeah, hopefully that answered it for you.
Yeah,
made sense.
very, very well. And I'm working a little bit with the clubs, and I'm seeing the type of events that are coming through, and we're promoting those. And a lot of the time, the students and the executives are already starting to connect and link with industry in their second and third year. So you almost get a bit of a leg up. And often, as we know with networking, it's who you know, not what you know. So sometimes these kind of little incidental, conversations and contacts that you're making whilst you're in a club or whilst you're at these events could already get you that dream job before you even graduate, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Networking is a huge thing. I know our Guths Club from the Gold Coast just did a industry visit with QT Hotel, and they were seeing behind the scenes. They were meeting the managers, the people there, and those people, if they remember you as well, they see a resume come across their desk, maybe a few weeks later, they will be like, oh, this person I actually met, and they love to call you in for a chat. So networking is a huge thing out there. Our commerce societies are always doing huge industry nights. Our HR, the clubs are doing so many fantastic things that are focused in on the majors. So if you join a club that aligns with the major you're interested in or you're currently studying, you will get those connections. And I think it's 75 to 80% of jobs are never actually advertised, which is a crazy statistic, but it is the who you know, not what you know sort of thing. So yeah, never underestimate getting out there. It is a bit daunting, but guess what? We run sessions about how to network and business etiquette and all those wonderful things through Business Plus and through the club. So we will help you build your skill range. And yeah, just come chat to us. We love chatting with students.
And the leadership program, I will give it a plug. recruits every year, and
Yep.
it's a 2 or 3 year program, right? You've got multiple layers. You guys get give students access to amazing extra opportunities for
Mhm.
professional development that aren't even maybe involved in Business Plus in some cases, right?
Yes, it is. Some of the PDs that we do are exclusive only to the leadership program. So if we do recruit in trimester 2 every year for starting in trimester 1 the next year. So we'll open up applications trimester 2, 2022, and you will start in trimester 1, 2023. So it's a 2-year program. And again, anytime, come chat to me. I could talk your ear off about it, so I won't hold you up today.
Now, Wilma, you've been very patient. I was going to segue through that. As a way of joining clubs and getting involved with these things, it's actually really easy, right? As a new student, it might be scary, but you've been there, you've tread the path. Can you tell us what you've been involved with or what you're currently involved with and how you got involved with them?
Yes, it's worthy to be here. And I started off learning with Business Plus, and I really enjoy participating in Business Plus program because it offers a series of free workshops for students, and you get to define and explore your career identity. And the programs actually allows me to ask questions with guest speakers who's are the leader industry, and I was able to navigate my options and gain knowledge in industry offerings and requirements in building a portfolio of skills and experiences that I can showcase to my future employers. On top of that, I was also bridging and connecting to industry mentors in a friendly program I participated in. I think it's called Griffith Industry Mentoring Program,
Yeah.
where students get to search a pool of professionals within the industry base in Australia and beyond as your mentor. And you get to, students get to make the initial contact and ongoing relationship in an informal basis. So it's very friendly, and you get to also ask your peers, hey, I'm not sure about this. What are these little questions? So they get to answer you in a very friendly environment. So on top of that, I also incorporated the word integrated learning. I think I'm so excited about this because it really drills down to being able to showcase my learning in university, my studies, my creativity, and it gives me the opportunity to put all my the tools that I've learned at university and the project and the platform of internships. I get to actually be in a professional settings and transfer the knowledge and skills and benefit the organization and self-confidence that you're job ready when you graduate.
So that's the goal, right? That's the outcome. Why? I mean, you're very involved, which is fantastic to see from a staff point of view. So what's your end goal to graduate, right? Why are you doing all of the extras in your own words?
I certainly feel very connected, and I created a friendship while developing self and a network of leaders from all walks of life. I was able to experience my degree and build professional identity at the same time with industry mentors by contributing back to the community, and the benefits of exposure to different opportunities have made my studies more meaningful, and I'm very fortunate to experience and gain support from all the different avenues within university platform.
Fantastic. So one last question. If there's a student watching that might be in their first year, might not know anyone, or might be scared to dip their toes in the water, what advice would you give them around this space?
I'd say get involved when you hear something. If you're not sure, ask around, and stay engaged once you know it. Stay to the end and learn, and most importantly, have fun.
Very sage advice. Thank you, Wilma, and thanks, Joe. Thank you both for your time. We do have a GBS Clubs webpage, which we have on our Business Plus site, and I'll post along with this as well. Keep an eye out everywhere for the GBS Leadership Program applications in Try 2 if you're interested in that program. Otherwise, Wilma and Joe and myself are always happy to have a chat. There is so much out there. We hope that you take advantage of all of these things and really take that enrichment part of your studies seriously, because it's fun. You know, whether you're here for a short time, a long time, we want it to be a good time, and that's where this comes in. So thank you both. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Matt. Bye.